Hello, my name is Father Vaughn Yacklin. I'm a missionary in Mississippi, United States. Today is Wednesday of the 8th week in Ordinary Time. Our Gospel is from St. Mark. The disciples were on the way, going up to Jerusalem, and Jesus went ahead of them. They were amazed, and those who followed were afraid. Taking the 12 aside again, he began to tell them what was going to happen to him. Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests and the scribes, and they will condemn him to death, and hand him over to the Gentiles, who will mock him, spit upon him, scourge him, and put him to death. But after 3 days he will rise. Then James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus and said to him, "Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you." He replied, "What do you wish me to do for you?" They answered him, "Grant that in your glory we may sit one at your right and the other at your left." Jesus said to them, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the chalice that I drink, or be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized?" They said to him, "We can." Jesus said to them, "The chalice that I drink you will drink, and with the baptism with which I am baptized you will be baptized. But to sit at my right or at my left is not mine to give, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared." When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at James and John. Jesus summoned them and said to them, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones make their authority over them felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you will be the slave of all. For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." In today's Gospel, Jesus foretells his suffering, death, and resurrection, a prophecy which terrifies the disciples and reveals their misunderstanding of Jesus' divine mission. The prediction of the Passion threatens the apostles' worldly ambitions, and we see James and John try to use the opportunity to secure for themselves positions of honor and power in Jesus' kingdom. This is a clear instance where we see fulfilled the words of the prophet Isaiah, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, and my ways are not your ways." Pope Benedict XVI, commenting on this passage, says that by their request for positions of power, James and John show that they do not understand the logic of life to which Jesus bears witness. Furthermore, the erroneous logic is not found only in these 2 sons of Zebedee, but according to the evangelist, it also infects the other 10 apostles who are outraged against James and John. Here we see a lack of humility both in the sons of Zebedee as well as in the other 10 apostles, who are scandalized by the ambition of James and John. St. John Chrysostom, commenting on this passage, says that Jesus' response is as if to say, "You don't know what you're asking for. This is not a time for crowns and prizes, but for fighting, for labor, for trials." This is what he means when he says, "You do not know what you are asking for." Are you able to drink the chalice that I have to drink, or to be baptized with the baptism with which I am to be baptized? Here he calls his cross a baptism. He calls suffering a chalice that he will drink. The 2 brothers, perhaps without fully understanding what they are getting themselves into, reply that they can drink as well of Jesus' cup of suffering. Finally, Jesus uses this moment to teach about true greatness in his kingdom, which is found in sacrificial servitude. Jesus himself is the ultimate example of this kind of leadership. He says, "The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." This statement reveals the essence of his mission and the heart of the gospel. Jesus' life and death are acts of profound service and love, which must set the pattern for his disciples to follow. Today, we too must examine our aspirations and our attitude towards leadership and service. We are called to let go of our selfish ambitions and to embrace a life of humility and service, following the example of Jesus. Today, the Lord invites us to enter into the wisdom of the cross. In God's kingdom, the path to glory is through suffering, and the way to true greatness is through humble service to others. May the Blessed Virgin Mary, whom God looked upon in her humility, teach us how to become truly great in God's eyes. Amen.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed hearing the gospel and homily, I invite you to share it with someone you know who may also find it rewarding, and also to subscribe to the Catholic Voice channel. Please see in the description below if you would like to receive a text message for each daily gospel and homily. Please also keep our missionary priests throughout the world in your prayers. Thank you, and God bless.